Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are back with another fragrance video, and this one is super exciting because a lot of you were questioning me, hey, you did a video on all of your fragrances, but we did not hear you mention Be Layered. And that's because I was going to do a totally separate video on just my Be Layered collection, because I literally have an entire drawer dedicated to that brand because I own so many different scents from them. So we're going to go through all of the fragrances. I'll let you guys know my top 5 must-haves, okay? And I am so excited because I did contact the brand and they were sweet enough to give me a discount code for y'all to use when you purchase their fragrances. Full disclaimer, I am not making any commission whatsoever off of this discount code. It's literally just for you guys to enjoy 10% off. And thank you to Be Layered for being so generous. You guys know I'm super honest with you guys. I've worked with the brand in the past and I have a really great relationship with them. So enjoy that. And let's go ahead and get into this. But before we do, please subscribe if you haven't already. Join the family. It is free. $9.99, and also turn on your post notifications so you are notified every single time I upload a new video. Leave me a comment down below. Let's chat. Okay, so I know this video is going to be a little bit long. I have a ton of fragrances to go through. So honey bunny, pause this video, get yourself a drink. I decided to go with a little mimosa today. You know, we acting a little fancy. So grab yourself a cup of something, relax, and let's enjoy this video. That's good. So for those of you who do not know who Be Layered is and about their company or anything like that, I do have a full video on the brand and, you know, the whole philosophy. I will link it up here and also down in the description box, so check it out if you want to know more about the brand. But basically they are a brand that do signature scents, layering scents, and also inspired scents. So that's what they're all about here, and I have a ton. I have ones that I purchased myself when I found out about the brand, and also ones that was sent to me when I did work with the brand. So let's go through them real quickly. I'm just grabbing the first one here. This is Sunshine Vibes, and this is an inspired scent by Amouage Sunshine Woman. I absolutely love this scent. This is a really unique scent to me. When I smell this, I feel really happy. It kind of like lifts up my mood. It's a little bit sophisticated in a way, and I really like this scent. I feel like this is like an all year rounder scent, but during the summer, it hits really perfectly on the skin, and it's a really long lasting scent. So that's one of like their latest creation, I believe. Love this one. I also like it to layer with other like really citrusy fragrances or something super sweet, because this, how can I describe this scent? It's so unique. It's kind of hard to describe. It's not sweet, but it's not super musky. It's not super duper warm. It's a really nice, elegant, ladylike scent. Very everyday appropriate. Really nice as a signature scent. It's so unique. Is Caramel Overdose, and this is a sweetness bomb. Okay, I did hear that this smells exactly like Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, I believe. I've never smelled that one, but if it smells like Kilian, this is like your very gourmandish, sweet caramel sugar type of scent. Sometimes I find it a little too sweet on its own, so I do love to layer this with other fragrances that I want to really pull that sweetness from. And this is categorized as a layering scent on their website, but the name is perfect. It is super sweet, caramel, tonka bean, vanilla. Think of those kind of notes. That's what you're going to get from that one. And again, another really strong, powerful scent that lasts really well on my skin. And that's the thing that I like about the Be Layered fragrances. They last really well. So I love the quality. Next one I have here is Cherry Delight, another great scent. This is inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Pretty identical. I've smelled Lost Cherry and then I went ahead and tried this one, and they smell identical. I'm telling you guys. This is a really nice warm cherry fragrance. The cherry note is really predominant, so you gotta like that note. But it's warm, it's cozy, a little bit sexy. So, so nice. And a little goes a long way with this one also. They really kill their inspired scents for the most part. This is First Kiss, and this is inspired by Delina's Parfums de Marly. Delina. I think this is what Be Layered is known for. Everyone wants to try First Kiss because Delina is so popular but really expensive. But this one is a little bit more affordable. And I kid you not, they smell identical. Literally, you cannot tell the difference. On my skin, they smell the same. Longevity is the same. Projection is the same. Oh, I love this fragrance so much. And you guys can see that I put quite a bit of a dent on that bottle because before I got my hands on the actual original Delina, I was wearing this a lot. Got so many compliments, questions after questions on what I'm wearing because it just smells exactly the same. And this is like lychee, rhubarb, rosy type of scent. It's a fruity floral fragrance that has this sharpness and spice to it in the beginning. It's quite unique and very attention grabbing. So the next scent that I have in my hand is Little Black Dress, and this is an inspired scent. It is inspired by YSL's Black Opium. This one I would say is not quite identical. It's a little softer than the original Black Opium. It's a little fresher than the original Black Opium, to be quite honest. It smells good, don't get me wrong, and you will get the DNA of Black Opium, but it's not identical. Now that I've worn it quite a few times, I wouldn't say it's like 90 to 95% Black Opium. I would say it's more on the 70 to 80% mark. This is a single scent that you can layer with fragrances. This is Prime Patchouli. I haven't used this one too much, but this is just the patchouli note for sure. I like patchouli. So many people have an issue with patchouli and find it smells dirty or too earthy. I like patchouli in my fragrances. I find it just gives it that depth and that oomph that it needs and really kind of grounds the fragrance. Maybe because I like more intense scents. I like patchouli. And this, to me, when I spray this, it doesn't smell just like patchouli. It smells like patchouli, but like in a really nice way. I don't know if that makes sense, but I can see a man wearing this on its own and smelling amazing. So the next one that I have is My Sweet Dark Fantasy. This is another inspired scent. It's inspired by Kilian's Good Girl Gone Bad. I don't know how identical it is because have I ever smelled that fragrance? I don't think I've smelled that fragrance. Kilian is definitely a brand that I haven't played around with too much, but this one, I just sprayed it on my hand and it smells really nice. It's kind of fresh in the opening, but it definitely turns into this like sensual, deeper scent. Definitely date night appropriate and quite strong. Like I did one spray and it's really, really strong. This is a scent, to be honest, that I haven't played around with too much. So I definitely have to pull her out and get more familiar with it. But just smelling it right now, definitely date night appropriate. Date night for sure, or like evening time. Yeah, definitely. Next one that I have here is Forbidden Jasmine. I believe this is a single note also. And it's just jasmine. If you like jasmine, this is a great layering scent with other like maybe fruity scents or even floral scents. It's not a strong, heavy jasmine note. It's quite airy and like it smells like a wet jasmine. Hidden Rose. And is this a single note? Let me check online. It smells quite rosy. Let's see. Yeah, so I just checked online. This is definitely a single note scent. And like I said, it smells quite rosy, like a rose petal but it's a little powdery. Definitely powdery. So next up, I have another inspired scent. This is inspired by Parfums de Marly Cassili, which I do own. Let me just remind myself of how this one is. Oh, yeah. It definitely smells like Cassili. This one, I would give it definitely a 90% Cassili, 90 to 95%. It's pretty close. Like I said, their inspired scents for the most part are very, very identical. Cassili is just like creamy, luxurious, super wearable. It's a little sweet, it's feminine, it's inviting. It's a great all-rounder scent, no matter the occasion. It just goes with the flow. And this is it, Bella the Irresistible. It smells really similar. Like, if you do not have the coin for the Parfums de Marly fragrances, this is a really great way to experience those fragrances. If you are on a budget, it's really, really great. The next one that I have here is Yves Parfum, and this is inspired by Jo Malone, Nectarine and Honey, I believe. Another one that I haven't played around with too much, so I can't speak on the longevity, but let's go ahead and spray her. Ooh, this is so strong. Oh my gosh, like 2 sprays was heavy. It does reminisce Jo Malone fragrances. It has this airy freshness to it, which a lot of the Jo Malones have. Definitely a very fresh scent. If you like this, this is definitely more of, I would say, a nice spring and summer scent. It reminds me of spring a lot, actually. So the next one that I have here is Love Potion, and this is inspired by Carolina Herrera, Good Girl. Very similar. Very, very similar. I want to say Good Girl is a little bit more intense, for sure. This one has a little bit more of an airy quality to it, but super, super similar. Like 90%, 85% to 90% similar. It's just this one, I want to say it's not as sweet as the original Good Girl and not as deep. This has an airy, fresher quality. It almost reminds me more of Good Girl Lingerie rather than the original Good Girl. So next up, I have Mia's Blend, and this is gorgeous. It's one of my favorites for sure in the layered collection. I believe this is one of their like signature scents. Oh, this is like vanilla, tonka bean, almond. It's warm, it's sweet, it's quite seductive, it's rich. Yeah, Mia's Blend is one of those kind of like unique, sexy scents that every woman needs in her collection. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it has this like high quality to it. To me, it really reminds me of like a niche fragrance. Oh my God. If you don't have Mia's Blend, I think you need it. It's quite unique and a little bit unusual. Like the blend of this fragrance is very different. I believe this is a signature scent. I might be wrong, but if I am, I will write it on the screen somewhere. But it's one of my favorites. It just sits so gorgeously on the skin, and the warmth. And you guys know I love my warm, almost gourmandish like fragrances. Stunning. A single note fragrance. This is called Rugged Leather, and it's exactly that. It is like a leather note. Super strong, super potent, has a little bit of the smokiness to it, and it literally smells like a leather jacket. So if you love that note and you just want to amplify it in your fragrances, this is a great way to go. I don't need to spray this because just off of the cap, I can smell how strong it is. So this one is C'est La Vie, and this is an inspired scent by Lancôme La Vie est Belle. Yes, it is. It is. And it smells quite identical. I want to say 90%. Like La Vie est Belle, C'est La Vie, they are just so crowd pleasing. Smells super sweet, super girly, inviting. The next one that I have here in my hand is Vanilla Dreams, and this is a single note fragrance. and it's just that. It is a vanilla note. So this one smells a little bit more like a syrupy vanilla, if you will, and it just is a sweet vanilla. It definitely is a sweet vanilla. It's nice to layer. I wouldn't wear this on its own unless you really love sweet vanilla notes, but this is more of a layering fragrance for sure. And in case you're wondering why some of the bottles look different, they did go ahead and update their bottles. That's why this one looks like this. So this was the older model, and then they switched it up for this one, which just a little bit more sleek. I find I actually like this one better. I wish that they would have made the cap like a matte black. I think it would have accentuated this bottle a little bit more, but they did keep the brown cap. So just so you guys know, let's go on to the next one. So the next fragrance that I have here is Audacity, and I believe this is one of their signature scents. This is like your unisex, oody, incensey, woody type of fragrance. It's quite bold. This fragrance reminds me a little bit of the House of Tom Ford when it comes to their private blends and their like unisex collection. It just has that quality to it. When you smell it, it definitely smells like a luxury type of fragrance. Maybe think of Creed. It's quite bold. It's definitely unisex, so you can definitely pull this off if you are a man. So next up we have Geneva Chocolate, and I believe this is a single note fragrance. I believe so. Yeah, it's sweet, it's warm, it's chocolatey, but it's not like a dark chocolate. It's definitely more of an airier chocolate. It's a really nice sweet scent. For me, it's a little too heavy sweet, so I wouldn't wear this on its own, but as a layering scent, this is a great, great scent. Then we have another single note scent. This is Coconut Paradise, and this is a really nice coconut scent. That's it. It smells like coconut. This one is a more creamy coconut as opposed to like a watery coconut. It's a gorgeous scent right now for summertime if you want to get that like tropical vibe in your fragrances. Really nice to layer with other scents. It's quite airy and fresh, but it's more creamy. And it's pretty potent for a coconut scent. You don't need to over spray her. You will definitely get it pulling through with other fragrances. So next up we have another inspired scent. This is Fatal Attraction, and it's inspired by Mugler's Alien, a super duper popular fragrance. And this smells really similar to Alien. It's very, very identical to that one. I almost sprayed that on my face. Yeah, you get the jasmine. It's airy. It's a little fresh, but then it kind of like becomes this deep, seductive fragrance, quite alluring. Yeah, it smells a lot like Alien for sure. I can't tell a difference right now. So next up, I have Dark Temptation. This is inspired by Lancome's Oud Bouquet. If you want to experience Oud Bouquet, you need Dark Temptation. They literally smell identical. From the bottle, on the skin, throughout the day, you cannot tell a difference. It is that oudy, rosy, warm, almost obnoxious scent. Like Oud Bouquet is in your face. It's really strong. You cannot be timid and shy and wear that fragrance. It's quite bold, and it smells the same. It smells the same. Oud Bouquet, I only like to wear in the wintertime. I cannot wear it in the summertime. For some reason, I can't. I think it just becomes a little too coiling on my skin. It turns on my skin and it's a little too sweet. But in the wintertime, it's like, enter a room, make an impression with Oud Bouquet. And this is a fraction of the cost. So if you want to experience Oud Bouquet, honey, get Dark Temptation. It smells the same. Sweet Spirit. This is inspired by Guerlain's Scrumptious Double Vanilla, I believe. And I've never smelled the Guerlain one. I don't own it, but I do like this one. This is a stunning gourmand scent that is vanilla based for sure. So if you love your vanillas, this is an option for you. If you love your gourmandish fragrance, this is an option for you for sure. And let me just remind myself. Okay, so this is very unique in a way where it's like a gourmandish vanilla but smoky. You definitely get this like smoky dark vibe in the dry down. In the opening it's going to be sweet, it's going to be vanilla, but then this like mysterious smokiness just kind of comes to you and makes this scent a little bit more unique and different from your, average vanilla and gourmand scents. To me, it smells really nice for wintertime, for the cooler days, evening. It's a really nice kind of sensual scent. It's gourmand but smoky. So to me, that's sensual. We have another Guerlain inspired scent. So this one is called Paris Nights, and it is inspired by Mon Guerlain, one of my favorite fragrances for sure. Very similar. Very, very similar. I'm just going to spray her on the skin. It does have that really beautiful lavender, powdery, floral vibe. I want to say this has a stronger, heavier opening than the original Mon Guerlain, but it's very similar. And now that it's drying down, it smells pretty close. Like I don't see a huge difference. It's just that opening. This one is a bit of a heavier, bolder, heavier kind of opening, but the dry down is like, it's suave, it's ladylike, it's quite elegant, it's a little mature with that powderiness. It's very inviting and relaxing with the lavender. And it smells quite identical, honest. Like I can't really tell a huge difference. This one that I have is F Me. I'm not going to say the complete name, okay? And this one, I believe, is a signature scent from the brand. I'm pretty sure it is. And this is your sexy scent for sure. Like the name says it all, okay? It's sensual, it's sexy for sure. So if you love your sexy fragrances, you guys always tell me I spray my fragrances like I'm spraying air freshener. I just want to like experience it. You know what I mean? I'm going to spray it on the skin because I love to see how it develops on the skin. Oh, yeah. It's fresh in the opening and quite airy. A little sweetness to it. And then it dries down to this like sensual, inviting kind of scent. It's just like inviting you in. This is what this scent does you. It pulls you closer to the person. You want to know more about that person. And this one is called Layered Signature. It is a signature scent from the Layered line. This is like a really pleasant, everyday kind of scent. I see why they called it Layered Signature, because it can be worn as a signature scent. It's fresh, it's bright, it's inviting, it's non-offensive, it's a little feminine, it's not too sweet, but it's not too like masculine or musky or anything like that. It's just like your perfect in between of everything. So it's a really nice like kind of go-to, no-brainer style of fragrance. And I think I have one more left. Is that it? Oh my gosh, guys. If you made it till the end, thank you so much. But we have one more fragrance to talk about, and this is called Christmas in Egypt. I don't know if this is a inspired scent or a signature scent, but I do know that this is the least favorite of mine, to be quite honest. Out of all of them, this is one that it really doesn't like It doesn't wow me. It doesn't grab my attention or anything like that. It's a nice scent, but it's not something that I love to wear that often, to be honest. But it is like, it's quite bright and fresh. Almost gives me this like pine cone kind of vibe. It smells nice, actually. That's weird. I don't remember it smelling this nice, but it does smell nice. It smells really nice. It's quite airy. It's quite fresh. Yeah, it's actually really pleasant to smell. So guys, that is it. That is my very large layered fragrance collection. Like I told you guys, I've purchased a ton of them when I discovered the brand, and then I did work with them on a couple of videos, so they did send me a few fragrances, and I have a ton of them, and I really do enjoy a lot of them for the most part, and I think that they are really great quality. So I'm going to tell you guys my top 5 real quick if you made it till the end, honey bunny. I'm going to start off with the latest one that I have been wearing quite often. This is Sunshine Vibes, and this is inspired by Amouage Sunshine Woman. I just love this scent because it is unique. The next one that you need, where is she? Where is she? Right here. You need in your life is First Kiss, okay? First Kiss literally smells like Delina. So if you want Delina, but you ain't got the coins right now, honey, and that is totally fine, get your First Kiss because they are identical. It's Caramel Overdose. Oh, honey, she's just a sweetness bomb. I love layering Caramel Overdose with other fragrances just to pull that gourmandish sweet note. F me. That is sensuality. It is sexiness. It is feminine and confidence and a little playful and flirty. Gorgeous. If you love your sexy date night fragrances, that is definitely a must-have. And yeah, guys, that is it for my entire layered collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to use the discount code so you guys can get 10% off of your purchase. I hope you guys enjoyed the coupon code. I will put it in the description box just in case, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Ciao.